Hey everybody, welcome once again to another awesome episode of Monday Madness with Pops and the Richness. We got a great show for you today. We got Richard Jeschonek. I hope I didn't crucify his name. We have Byron Carver and one of my favorite people in all of indie comics, Lucifer freaking Storm. We're going to have a great show. I hope you guys hang out and be entertained. For now, subscribe to the Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube. Join the comic-related madness on Facebook. Smash the like, share the stream, because exposure is king. What's up, y'all? How you doing, Rich? What's happening, dude?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing my thing, having a good old day. You know how we do it. Gotta get the right background up in here, though. There we go. Yeah, now we're ready to go.
This is an alcohol-approved podcast right here. I'm gonna get me a pint and Guinness, my lordy bastards.
Now look, y'all have to excuse Rich because it's not 4 o'clock over there. It's 9 o'clock over there.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. Here we go.
Let him
There's a proper way to put Guinness. Gotta make sure that it's on the side right here. And you let it boil up to a head. And you gotta let it sit for 5 minutes until the head goes down and it gets all nice and creamy.
All right,
not like you Americans who sip it through a straw.
I want to play the sponsors videos real quick, and then we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with these guys.
Hey, it's Bell from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
And also compliments to the people over at Indie Bolt. Bolt 10 is your Gemini mailer discount code. When you're ordering your Geminis, get yourself a cheap break, 10% off over there. We appreciate those people. Rich, welcome to Monday Night Madness.
Hello.
Let's just dive in. Oh, I do have one other announcement real quick. Oh, yeah. At 5:30, we are going to do a live unboxing on the madness. We have Ers Visseldor, the Corey Steger cover. Oh, yeah. So, you know, we're going to be busting that open later on, about 5:30 or so. Y'all going to want to tune in for that. What's up, Marv? Hey, if y'all don't know about Marv, go check out The Sin Killer on Indiegogo. Get you involved in that. That one's almost funded, and we need some help. Kick that one. Well, go check out The Sin Killer. Yeah, go check out The Sin Killer. And without any further ado, we're going to get on with this evening's first guest. Welcome to the show, Mr. Robert Jeschonek. How you doing?
Hey, it's great to be here.
Sonic. I'm so glad you said his name first because I definitely would have fucked it up. Absolutely. Hello, Robert. How are you today?
You'd be in great company because everybody screws that name up, man. It's just that brother. Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna say.
So how did I do?
You did.
So how did I do?
Oh no, you did fine. You did fine. No,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got the first name wrong, but originally, but that's all right. That's all good, man.
I mean, it's your first name's Robert. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, but before Pops accidentally called me Richard, but that's okay. He was dreaming of you. I'm sure.
No, I'm a big pain in the ass. You know, it's like I'm just all over the damn place, and I get in everybody.
I have Richard Embry on tonight too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that's on me. That's on me.
I still, you know what really has me though? What really annoys the heck out of me? You're sitting there drinking a delicious Guinness. I've got nothing, man.
Right.
It looks so good.
I got me a pint in Guinness right here.
It's like I got Powerade.
You got Powerade. I got me a pint in Guinness. Maybe you want to get yourself one of them little girly cocktails, you know, like the birthday cake or something. Because, you know, sunshine, if you can't handle Guinness over at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you should be playing rugby.
So here's what we're here to talk about today. I dropped the link in the chat so you guys can go check it out. Basically, Rich tells me this ain't a comic book.
Nope.
So he did his homework and I didn't. I've been a busy guy. I ain't gonna lie. But
well, I wanted to go ahead. I'm sorry, Pops. Go ahead. I
go
apologize.
ahead. No, like I said, you did your homework.
This is your I want to go back to when you started this because as interesting as these three, this is a trilogy. Am I correct?
Well, it's going to be probably 6 books at least, but right now we're just working with the 2. Yeah.
Okay, because you have Horde's Challenge, Horde's Power, and Horde's Defiance. I like that you keep the same thing.
We're talking about that for the future. Yeah, it's one of our goals. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, man.
A lot of us, most of us are not familiar with your work.
Okay.
I did, however, look at your video.
Yeah.
We're gonna play that a little bit later.
Okay.
Space 1975. Nothing makes me happier, trust me, than anything 70s space retro stuff. That's wild. I mean, just for the design aspects of it.
That was fun.
Could you tell us? I'm sure it was. Can you tell us how fun it was for a little bit?
Yeah, that project was awesome. I had the best time. And it was really, I mean, again, it was a prose fiction project, but it had a lot of comic book cred going into it, right? We had a story in there by Peter David, right? I'm sure you guys have heard of Peter David.
Yeah, we know Peter David is barf.
Yeah. Some love him. Yeah. So
he's okay. I love him. I actually really like him. He's a great writer.
And Mike Barron. Mike Barron, right? And
Mike Barron. Yes, we know Mike Barron as well. Yes,
you know,
I don't know if you notice right now, there's actually Mike Barron's Florida Man banner is flying over the madness today.
Oh, excellent. And rightly so, man. Rightly so. That's a great, you put it up there and salute big time. Yes. He's got another great project coming out right now, but you know, he's really
Mike's got his hands in so many pies, man.
Yeah. Great to see, because I love Nexus and Badger and all that stuff that he did. So
yeah.
Very
Thin
cool.
Blue Line, there's a whole bunch of good stuff he's got his hands on right now. It's amazing. Love that guy.
It was great because both those guys have a great sense of humor. And so it was perfect. They were perfect to pull into this because we wanted some humor involved, right? And 70s stuff. It was all about the 70s style of writing and 70s style themes. And we even had an introduction by Barbara Bain, who was, you know, she played Helena Russell on Space 19. Yes.
What? Oh my God! Oh, I'm so geeking out. Oh my God! I remember Space 19. I watched just about every episode on Space 1999. Oh my God!
And Mission Impossible.
Martin Landau was on that show too.
Yeah, it was great.
They were both of those shows.
Oh yeah, no, but Martin Landau. Well, Martin Landau was on. He was on Mission Impossible, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
He was also on Space 1999. A lot of people don't know that because. I mean, he's an Academy Award-winning actor at this point. He's been in a lot of feature movies, but it wasn't really that long ago that this guy was a TV mainstay for quite some time.
Yeah.
And in sci-fi, and it's, you know, sci-fi spy stuff too, which is absolutely awesome, man.
Yep.
You know, you got Barbara Bain to do the introduction. How'd you do that? It
was cool. I got to talk to her. I got to interview her a couple of times. I got to talk to her on the phone. It was great. And she was just recently in a movie with Bill Murray. So
she was in a movie with Bill Murray? Oh, she's still around. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay.
She has a thriving career, man.
Excellent. No, because we just lost Marky Post and someone else just a couple of days ago.
I know. That was tough. That was tough to see. Oh, boy.
Well, it's tough to see because it's like I remember vividly in my late teens watching Night Court.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, holy shit, she's like 70. Oh my God. Yeah.
Time mark.
Yeah, I know.
Only Pops remains pristine and perfect as the day he was young. Never ages.
Hold up now. I recently came across, somebody sent me a picture of myself from my 20s. And oh my God. Yeah. I don't look like that no more.
It's easy to forget, right? Because in here, you're still in your 20s.
You know, I played softball till I was like 49.
Oh,
and I got hurt. I got hurt to the point where it was like I was out for a year. And
Oh,
by the time I wanted to go back and play again, it wasn't happening no more because
Yeah.
I had that I'm gonna dive for the ball. I'm gonna go balls out. I'm a ball player like I always played. And age don't let you keep playing that way. And you get hurt. And you get hurt. And you get hurt. It was like I ain't gonna go out here and beat myself up anymore. I'm just gonna retire gracefully.
but you know what's great is you took that attitude, that competitiveness, that drive, that power, and you ported it directly into the madness.
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I mean, everything I mean, it's my son's the same way. Everything we go at, we want to do the best we can.
Yep.
We want it to be the best, you know, which is one of the reasons I don't draw very much. Because I would never finish. I would always be picking, poking, and prodding at my art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm a perfectionist. I'm a Virgo. Everything has to be perfect. And, you know, I did a drawing for a friend, and he's like, okay, leave it alone. Because he knows me. And if I don't leave it alone, I'm going to keep messing with it until I screw it up, right? So...
But it's great. You get past that with the spontaneity of the madness, which is great too. Because you guys are you just put it out there, you're talking, you're pushing, you're making things happen, and I think it's great. So
and one of the things also is live. I never do recorded shows. Now, on Sunday, I'm gonna be at Grand Rapids Comic Con, and I don't know what the Wi-Fi situation is like there, and I might have to put out a Monday show that's mostly recorded.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be live from the floor of the con, so it should be a blast, you know. I mean, but I like to come out here live and be, you know, be me, be real, not edited and you know, oops, I shouldn't have said that. I better edit that before I play it.
Yeah.
You know, none of that. It's like I'd rather be real. What do we got here? What's this shade?
My books are in a package. Will be coming your way soon. Keep an eye on the mailbox.
Now I just have to go figure out who that is, huh?
Yeah, who the hell it is. It ain't
Tom
me.
Rapka. That's Tom Rapka.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That's yummy.
Yes,
That's
there's
pretty
Tom.
awesome.
So, let's go ahead and give everybody a rundown on your storyline here.
Yes,
you
please.
know, what's
Let's
happening, who's the main character, and what kind of trials and tribulations are they going through?
Yeah, well, it's, you know, as you would expect from the title, Starbarian Saga. It's sort of Conan the Barbarian meets Star Wars. That's the 5-second pitch, right?
Did you say Conan? Did you really say Conan on my show?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes.
Oh my
Lord From. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm a true believer, man. Bring on the Robert E. Howard. Robert E. Howard, Pops Van Sant. Same line. Yeah, same level.
Oh my God. You know, I gotta tell you, I'm watching your video and everything, and man, you look sexy in them sunglasses there, bro.
Hey, what can I say? I turned it up. I turned it up a couple of notches.
Yeah, man. I'm like all flustered and everything. I'm like, whoa, look at all that madness behind that. And then and now we're looking at scenes.
Yeah.
There you go again with the glasses. You're interrupting the hotness, and then it's like you just make it hotter.
It's not the ideal situation, believe me. It's always better to have the eyeballs there bopping out.
Especially after I have a few of those, I need it. After a few of those, I'm gonna need a pair of sunglasses. I look like, if I have a few of these, I look like I smoked a pound of weed. But I want to be. I'm gonna try to be serious. I'm gonna try to be serious for a minute. I will. First off, congratulations on making your goal.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, fantastic. And you have 29 hours left to go. I love how specific Kickstarter can be.
Oh yeah, it's winded down. Yeah.
Pops, can we see his video for a second? Is that possible?
Yeah, I'm working it. I'm working that up right now. I had to sign in. I had to sign into Kickstarter and all that stuff.
Yeah. I try to keep mine on all the time. Sometimes I just blank that after a while too.
Yeah.
Man, I close so many windows, you know, and mess stuff up so often that there's no there's no telling what I got going on half the time.
You know, just to preview your viewers, the artwork in this, you know, the cover artwork that we got done by this guy named Tom Edwards, who, you know, coincidentally, speaking of Guinness, he's a Brit, and he's a hell of an artist. Yeah, yeah, he sure is, man.
I've looked at some of this art; it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he's really good.
That's what's another thing I love being about this show, being on the show, a co-host on the show, is that occasionally, not often, but occasionally, there's some art that blows me away, and I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I fanboy all over the floor whenever I see anything like that. I'm dead serious. I'm like, God damn, this is good.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nice to see that, and it's nice to see art like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me ask you a question. Who inspired you as a writer? You know, now that we're on this subject of inspiration. Who inspired you as a writer?
Lots and lots of people. Lots of comic writers, right? Lots of prose fiction writers, science fiction guys. I'd say some of the primal ones would be Frank Herbert, appropriately enough, since Dune is coming out, right? The Dune movie. Same kind of stuff. Isaac Asimov. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And I can't.
The father of sci-fi, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. Yes, absolutely.
And I'm not sure regarding your viewer there. If it's digital now, and I think he constructed it digitally. In fact, I'm sure he did, because he developed that ship. The artist Tom Edwards developed that ship. It's called the Halcyon, and it looks nasty, badass ship.
My God, I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah, and he created that digitally. He created it in 3D. You know, like he was building an animation. And had all these different cutaways and views, and he really, so yeah, I'm sure he did it digitally, but you know, the elements, the basic talent could have, I'm sure, been put to work in a
there's software. Yeah, there's software that is used that's not Photoshop, that has greater flexibility when it comes to texturing and painting. You know, as far as those types of brushes are concerned. All right, the Facebook user. Well, one Facebook user asked before. Is it ZBrush? I mean, was he using ZBrush as a 3D model? Because because 3D modeling is definitely more used for video games or movies and stuff like that. You know, so it's like that's a hell of a roundabout way of constructing ZBrush, Maya, 3ds Max. Yeah, I use Maya. Maya has a better. Maya's. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's Les and Tom are in the Facebook chat over there. Those are the guys that we're talking to. So
excellent.
You got to sign into Facebook, bro. You got to sign into Facebook. That's you sign in, then you kind of got to give them your permission to show your name, basically. Yeah. But I don't know. There's this thing somewhere that says how to do it. Let's see.
Robert, have you ever considered taking any of these novels and putting them in graphic novel form?
I would love to. I think it's a perfect evolution of this project, and I hope to do that sometime. Right now, we're just trying to get the prose out there, and right now we don't have it in as a paperback form or hardback form. So that's what the goal of this Kickstarter is to create the paperbacks and the hardback books, get the books out there, because you can't get them anywhere right now. We have not been selling them in wide release. So and then that's a great idea though. I'd love that.
Yeah, but that's a hell of an undertaking, because it's like you're taking a manuscript, you're turning it into like a play, really, a big, large play, and I'm going to re-script the whole thing.
Oh, I love that. I've written graphic novels, and I've written comic stories, and in fact, I've done some work for DC, and most recently for Ahoy. I had some stories published this year in Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood.
Wow! Really? Yeah. Congratulations, man!
Thank you,
dude. That's awesome.
Right. Let's go ahead and play this video real quick.
Let's play it.
Let's see what we got here.
I'm Robert Jeschonek, a USA Today best-selling author of science fiction and fantasy, and I'm here today to talk to you about a new project. Last year, we did a Kickstarter that was very successful. It was called Space 1975. It was a book of 1970s-themed science fiction stories by authors including Peter David, Dean Wesley Smith, a whole host of great authors. And right now, we're working on a new project, a new Kickstarter, and I'd like to ask you for your support. This one is for a series of novels, which could best be described as Star Wars meets Conan the Barbarian. The novels are in a series called the Starbarian Saga. So far, we've got 2 books in that series. Book 1 is Horde's Challenge. Book 2 is Horde's Power. Book 3, coming soon, is Horde's Defiance. And right now, our goal is to get these books out to you, the readers, in paperback and hardcover form. But I can't do it alone. I need your support. So I hope you'll jump on board this Kickstarter project. It's now available to you. We're going to have lots of great rewards, including the paperbacks and the hardcovers. And you might like to know that these books are only available right now in ebook form. And even those ebooks are not widely available. So one of the rewards itself will be just receiving the ebooks. And trust me, they are really fun books. They're exciting, action-packed. As I said, Star Wars meets Conan the Barbarian, and all the excitement that entails. So lots of great sword and sorcery and space kind of action as the heroes Torque and Angar face off against a truly cosmic, truly evil menace. So there's a lot of twisting and turning, a lot of plot twists, a lot of surprises along the way, and a lot of action. So if you like science fiction action, if you like Conan the Barbarian, Red Sonja, Robert E. Howard's work, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, oh man, these books are for you. So please jump on board, support this Kickstarter project, and help bring these books to life as paperbacks and hardcovers. And man, you are not going to be sorry you did.
Dude, you got people popping off in the chat. Sold.
I'm glad to hear that.
Damn badass. Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad.
Dude,
Yeah.
This is so dope. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
You put something here really good. It's not every day I'm jazzed up for a novel. I mean, I'm an artist guy. You know, I'm the sequential artist, visual person. That's how I usually tell stories.
Sure.
But every once in a great while, you know, that there's like a novel like these short novels, not short novels, you know, like paperbacks and stuff like that. They really do pique my curiosity, especially if they're able to seamlessly blend one genre and another. If you have something like that, you know, I mean, it's just absolute genius, you know, because I mean, even though it's only 2 genres, there's about 1,000 different branches within those genres that you have to make sure that you can connect properly without making without needing a deus ex machina in order to like make sure that it works.
Yeah.
You know, I can only imagine what that's like. So, with that said, I want to, speaking of paperback and other versions that we have here, I'm going to go through the rewards that you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's do that.
Hold up.
Do you want to go through them, Pops, or you want me to take it?
Well,
want me to take the reins on this one?
You can speak, but I want people to be able to see what we're talking about. So.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, I shall speak.
Dude, I
definitely
want
good
this
looks,
in
that's
comic
for sure.
book form, okay? I'm not going to lie. I want this in comic book form. I'm looking at all this art, and I'm like, it's not a comic.
Yeah.
Now, look, every supporter at the $5 level and above will get an electronic copy of the Pie Press ebook, Legend of the Stars. So there's another book you're going to just get thrown in if you pledge for over $5. So,
That's action-packed, too. Yeah.
Challenge of Horde's Power. Okay, book 1 or 2. Now the next one, if you pledge 10 US or more, is digital copies of Starbarian books 1 and 2. Ebook copy of Horde's Challenge, ebook copy of Horde's Power, and Backer Hall of Fame listing. Wow, that sounds exotic. Love it. Oh my God, that's so dope. All right, so and now we get to the nitty gritty. 20 American. But I say American because I live in the UK. I moved here about 1.5 years ago, so it's like I have to differentiate between years. I mean, I'm used to saying American now instead of British pounds. You know, just making sure I don't throw that out there.
Yeah.
The 20 or more soft covers of Barbarian 1 or 2, so you give them the option of doing that.
Yep.
And then 30 or more, book 1, the air freshener. What's the air freshener?
Yeah, man. It's just you can do that now. You can get a customized air freshener. I thought, what the heck? Let's put together the very fresh artwork of Tom Edwards with an air freshener. You know,
I'm stealing that.
It's magic.
I'm stealing that one. I'm stealing that one. Air fresh. I have to. I'm sorry.
Cool.
That's rather unique.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got that, and for $35 or more, you have the button set book or the button set plus book or 1 or 2 hardcover. What's the button set? Where would that be?
Buttons, decorative buttons that you can wear on your, lapel or whatever, and they've got the artwork of Tom Edwards, featuring Starbarians and the Halcyon starship and stuff like that. So yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else you have. What else is
Okay, so how many books am I going to find over here with your name in them?
Yes,
Robert.
how many?
What books where? On your shelves, you mean?
Oh, well, see, like I don't even have enough bookshelf for all my books. Most of them are in boxes.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here and I'm seeing some Star Trek, and I'm seeing some. Am I going to go over there and find your name in my collection? That's what I'm saying.
You might just do that. I mean, I've had, as you said, some Star Trek, some Doctor Who, some BattleTech. And I've done some other stuff for other properties as well, and then I've had some original fiction as well. So it's possible, highly possible, that you have something of mine. Especially if you're into science fiction and fantasy. Most recently, I did a whole 4-book
different show.
for A-Fine. Yeah, and that's so you can find them there too. So.
Kickstarter looks really well put together. Someone commented that it's like this would be a nice break from that He-Man travesty.
No, he says a good place to veer off.
From that
damnable new He-Man travesty. And I wanted to just say that's a different show. That's Pops Unscripted. That's Pops Unscripted. That's not Monday Night.
That's right.
Get your special air freshener today.
Yeah. I've read some books in the past that can use that.
Mike Jimmy was just on a big bike trip all over in the Netherlands where he lives.
His boots definitely stinky
all over the country. So,
wow.
I'm sure his legs are a little worn out today.
Most likely his boots are definitely stinky, so he'd probably need one of those there.
Yeah. And I see James is asking about free samples. You can indeed find free samples of my work by going to Facebook and joining a group called Robert's Readers. Just look up Robert's Readers. Jump in there, and I got all kind of free stuff you can get. No other obligation, nothing. Just go in there and you get free ebooks. So it's a good place to start. And I do have to say, we just started a new reward today because we're almost to the end of the campaign. It ends tomorrow, right? Tuesday, the 10th of August. And if you donate, if you back the project in the last 36 hours, which we're into now, so by 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, you can get a booklet all about that ship, which otherwise did not exist until now, and you can't get it any other way. It's exclusive. It's just here. And if your pledge is $5 or more, then you at the $5 level or higher, then you can get the e-copy. If it's $20 or more, then you get the paper copy. So it's a good deal.
All right. So, 30 minutes goes by too fast. I have to say it every show. Look, there's not a whole lot of time left on this one, guys. Okay. If you're like me and you like to read some stuff without the pictures, go check this one out. This one looks awesome. Jeez, man.
And I'll make sure
I find out about these at the end all the time. There you go. You popped a backer since we've been talking to you. So that's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the power of Pops and Rich.
Dude,
power of Pops and Perota.
I want to get in on this one myself.
And I'll make sure next time I ping you, I'll make sure I let you know for sure if it's comic related or not. But I'm glad to be on the show. Thank you.
Either way, bro, it's like I found out about this at the end. And that happens sometimes, that I don't hear about something until it's getting ready to be over. And I don't realize that it's over because half the time I'm too busy to do my homework. I won't lie. Sometimes I don't. That's why I have co-hosts like Rich picking me up. Went out and checked it out ahead of time, knew what we were going to be talking about.
Well, I know we're out of time, but I just want to say thank you for the great work that you guys are doing to promote all these indies and getting the word out there, spreading the word, selflessly making it happen, making the dream come true. I appreciate it. I know a lot of people do. Thank you.
Hey, Appreciate
You're very
you,
welcome.
man.
You're
And
very welcome.
one of the little things that I like to do before you leave, I like to always introduce the guests going out to the guests coming in. Now,
Awesome.
do you want me to call you Lee, or do you want me to call you Kimo Sabi?
I love it.
All good either way. Either way. A lot of people just call me Chemo, but it's all good.
Cool.
Well,
Robert,
thanks.
this is
Thanks,
Lee
guys.
Byron Carver. He lives down there in Australia, and
Wow.
he has an awesome book out. An awesome book called The Company Man. You might want to just stay in the stream, keep an eye out, and see what these other guys got going on. It's nice to meet you, and I hope I see you again soon, man.
Thanks, Pops. Thanks, Rich. Thanks, Kimasabi.
See you later.
You're welcome. Have a good one, man.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right.
There he is. What's up, Kimo Sabi?
G'day, boys. How you going?
Dude, I'm doing good. It's about time. It's about time we get to have a little chat about this
Absolutely,
book, bro.
absolutely. This
All
is
right,
this is long overdue, brother.
Well,
And-
I'm
and-
looking.
Yep.
Can I say this? Yours is The Company Man, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy. This is the part where I fanboy all over the floor.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Wow. Who is that? Your art, or is that did you
No,
write
that's
this?
I wrote it. That's Kelso Mazine. So I picked him up off don't hold it against me, off Reddit. It's the one and only time I've ever been on Reddit, I swear. I didn't even know how to use the thing. I'm typing in, like quality indie art. How do you find an artist? Like, I didn't know. I'm a bit of a boomer myself. I turned 40 this year. Look at my grades. I got legit grades. Like if grades is legitimacy, like
Shut
Pops
up.
is legit.
I don't need shit. I just turned 53 2 days ago. Shut up. Freak.
Happy birthday, man.
Pops is like all bearded white and stuff. And he's like,
Oh.
I'm so old because I'm 40 and I have this. And I'm like,
Absolutely. No,
Stop it.
the gray hair is legitimacy. Yeah.
well, you know what's legit? This art is legit.
Absolutely. I was booming it
Art
up,
is
and
absolutely legit. This reminds me a lot of Lino Francis Yu. A lot.
yes, yeah, he's got elements of that there. The angularity of it.
There's just this one pose of him reaching his hand out, and the other hand is protruding backwards. That's just so freaking powerful.
Yeah, that's one of the
colors
original
on this is
pages.
just- I gotta hire this color.
Yeah, that's Dio Lima. So they're both Brazilian, and they're both incredibly talented dudes. And
They're absolutely amazing. They really are.
they work together a lot. So when I said to Kelso, look, have you got a recommendation for colorist? Because I couldn't find anybody who had the right sort of pop that I wanted. And he's like, yeah, man, I know a guy. He's a good friend of mine. We do heaps of work together. He does some pro work. He does Boom Dynamite, that sort of stuff. Like, I think he's done work for Marvel and DC too, because he's got some pages with Freedom Force and some other characters on it as well. So I think he's done pro work. Yeah.
That is just fantastic.
Thank you. I'm very proud of it. Very proud of the work. When I got the easy job, I just had to write it.
We be seeing a lot of this. Mike Barron is the same way. He comes out and he just gushes all over his Brazilian friends. It's like there's so much. Look,
So
there's
much
so
talent.
much
So much
talent.
talent.
Yes,
Like
sir.
you could- And because Brazil and South America, they're like big strong guys. They're like sexy women. They're not worried. They're not so caught up in the SJW stuff. They're not so caught up in the political correct stuff. I'm like, these guys are going to be assassinating people. They're going to be murking people. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be vicious. It's going to be titties and strippers everywhere. He's like, that's my bag, man. Where do I sign on the dotted line? He's actually the one saying to me, this seems a bit of a sausage fest, brother. Can we put some titties in there? I'm like, yeah, where do you want to do some strippers? More strippers. What? It's a very serious book, but anywhere you can put some sexy honeys in there. Any character I bring in there, he's like, she's cool, but can I make her sexier?
That's what I like.
Can you, Kelso?
There's a lot of books that I've seen. A lot of indie books that just put tits and titties and ass and all of it, just for the sake of putting titties and ass. With my book, I don't usually do that, which it's neither here nor there. But if it served the story, yes, put the shit in there. Make sure that like the titties and the ass is in there because of the purpose. And if it goes with the story, then it's completely cool. It's more than cool, because then it it further immerses the reader into the story.
Serve the story. You've got to serve the story. It's the boss. It's
Yes.
there. You're there to work for it because the story services the audience. If I'm not serving the story, the story's not serving the audience. What the hell am I doing here, guys? Get rid of me. Kick me. You know? You got to be here for the audience first and foremost.
Exactly. You can only go so far with great art. You know, but
we had this.
Again, I'm sorry.
Yes, sorry. We have this scene where the two of the guys, the company men, Jura and Cinder, they go in to get information off this informant. They're pushing him around and everything, and they're like, you're a terrorist, you're this, you're that, and they're calling him all these names. They're threatening his clientele. It was in a hookah bar, but hookah, Hookah. And he misunderstood hookah. So he says, so how many strippers should there be? I'm like, there's not, but there could be. And so it served the story. It made sense. This guy in the middle of this Middle Eastern country, in the middle of this war zone. I don't hate. I'm full of love, brother. I'm full of love. And there's this scene where another scene where this dude's in bed with a hooker again, just coincidental, because the hypocrisy of these guys saying, do this, believe this, act this way, but behind scenes, they're the ones screwing chicks, they're the ones hookers and doing drugs and that sort of stuff. And Kelso drew the dude in this huge bed with like 6 naked chicks with big implants. Now it's a completely serious story. It's like, I'm talking like Homeland, I'm talking Body of Lies, I'm talking Black Hawk Down, like it's that level of seriousness, but it makes sense in those contexts for these guys to have these it's not a titty book. Like you look at the artwork, it's not a titty book, but very friendly. It's always 420 somewhere, brother. It's always 420 somewhere. It's 6:30 now, but it could be.
But I'll be right back.
So that's exactly what you're saying about serving the story. When it made sense for there to be pretty women, he put pretty women there. But it's very much a geopolitical story. Now, it's not political in terms of making big political statements. I'm not saying these guys are good, these guys are bad, any of that sort of business. It's geopolitical, like whatever these guys do has political ramifications for the rest of the world around them. They're operating in these African countries, these Middle Eastern countries, and they're American, and they often talk about how American they are. Like, it's like, all I've got to do is turn up and be American to cause trouble, Like there's always a disconnect there. These people are always at each other, and they recognize they're not good dudes. So we've got this scene here. This is Jura. His nickname is Icebreaker, but he hates that name. He doesn't like it when people call him by his nickname. This is set in a world where it's illegal to be a metahuman in America. So all metahumans in America are either locked up, depowered, or sent away by the government to work overseas. It's your choice. Do you want to be genetically muted? Do you want to be locked up, or do you want to go work for the government? Now, not everybody's capable of working for the government, so they might just take, a nanite injection that shuts down their powers. But some people are like, hell yeah, I'm going to go overseas and kill for you. $1 million a year, easy, done. And he's one of these guys. He used to be an operator. He's of Inuit descent. There's a point there where he's doing a mission in the Arctic, fell into the water, body went hypothermic. They pulled him out, tried all sorts of processes to bring him back to life. When they brought him back to life, he had the ability to exude a field of freezing cold, and he channels that through a gun. So he's being sent here to assassinate this guy. This guy, Reverend Kuma Kagosi. So this guy says, I'm God on earth. I've got a direct line to heaven. He's a glorious leader. I capture unicorns and I strike down Thor with my bare hands. Like, this guy thinks he's the best thing ever, and his adherents all believe it. So they're all clamoring around him. Amazing coloring that Diaz got there with the fields of glare, like that African heat wash over the whole thing. The guy's an absolute master. So Jira's here. He goes, look, I can't just turn up and kill this guy. If I drop down and kill this guy, I'm going to turn everybody against us. If I use my powers on him in a really direct way, they see me, I'm going to make him into a martyr. So what do? I create my own counter miracle to negate his so-called miraculous nature. So he summons this snowstorm, and you see there he's extending his power out. Now, he can exude a field of cold. Normally just shoots it like, I'll say it, just like Captain Cold with the freeze gun, zap, zap. But this time you can see him working it towards the target, and he's pushing it. It takes him a long time, takes him long minutes. And then the icicles and everything start forming around the guy, and you see his hands start to freeze and his whole body starts to freeze up. And you know what happens when it freezes? When liquid freezes, it expands and his body starts to split. And in this panel here, his whole body shatters. His frozen intestines spill out across the stage. His hand breaks off from his other hand, like he just collapses and it just shatters across the stage in this cascade of frozen bloody ice and meat. And he's not even hit the ground yet before Jira's getting a call on his headset from the boss. She's the African American lady. She runs a team. She's like, she doesn't even say good job. She's like, hey, I've got another job for you. He's like, man, I just finished this job. This is the point of this mission. I call this the James Bond intro. A lot of modern James Bond movies, you know, James Bond will start off. He's I don't know, riding on a Ferrari like a surfboard with twin Uzis, killing bad guys, banging 8 chicks, defusing a bomb, saving the world. Backflips off, lands, the music plays, dun 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 dun. And then the actual story begins. Yeah. This is his Tuesday.
There's always got to be that badass intro, you know. And dude, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't want to keep showing all this to people. They're supposed to pay to see this.
Yeah,
this looks freaking amazing. Now, look, you guys know, some of you guys know that if I know I have a guest coming in the future, I really won't look too close at the campaign because I want to be able to get the right now. You get my right now reaction. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I studied this for 3-4 days ahead of time and had all these questions. No, you get honest, actual reaction to what your campaign looks like. I prefer to do this that way. That's why I do these live. It's not like all canned questions and, you know, recorded. Look at this, man. This is freaking amazing, guys.
That's just the standard cover. Kelso absolutely knocked it out of the park. The colors on this pops. It's just bombastic. Every character's, you know, doing what they do, and you can see them as a team. And that's the whole, you know, it's the whole thrust of the book is they got to come together as a team because they are criminals and ex-mercenaries and that sort of stuff. And they're not necessarily the nicest guys. We also got the G.I. Joe type. You know, remember the back of the G.I. Joe toys used to have like the character profiles. I always loved those as a kid. So in the extended edition, we've got those for every villain and hero in the book. So there's like 20 of those in the back detailing who all the characters are and all that sort of stuff.
All right. Do you want to look at the video before we start going into perks and stretch goals and all that? Because, man, this is you're blowing me away right now, Kimo.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I really appreciate that. After all the time that went into it, it's great to hear that positive feedback from real fans who know comics and know what they're talking about.
Yeah. No, it's excellent stuff.
Thank you.
Well, what gets me is the sequentials. You see, what I fall in love faster than anything else is the sequentials, because you can look at this and you can tell. If you can look at the art without the words and tell what the story is unfolding, then it works. I'm so glad you get it. There's so many people that I know of who don't. You know, it's like a million flashy images. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but which direction is it going?
So there's no flow. My eyes can't follow it from panel to panel. Yeah,
exactly. This one does, and it's a brilliant placement of the panel here where the leader is being frozen to death. That's just wow. Good.
It's been a lot of fun to work on. Every time I get pages through it, he just blows me away. And I hesitate to say this because I say the same thing about Dean James. I'm working on another comic with him that's going to be out later this year called The Sinner. It's like a Batman type character to you know, lowball it really quickly. But every time, like, Kelso's gotten so much better from book 1 to book 2. He's already 20 pages into book 2. Like all of this is budgeted separately. So all this money is just going towards printing, publishing, getting it out to you guys. Yeah. All the coloring, everything else is budgeted separately. I've got a very amazing breadwinning wife. I'm a kept man. She paid for the whole thing. So that's all separate. So I'm already 20 pages into book 2. So this thing is happening. This is, and if you see there the how far have you got through it? We got 100% of the art done before the campaign even went live. 90% of the colors done right now. Just waiting for the last half a dozen pages. Maybe about 75% of the letters. I mean, this thing's going to be done in a couple of weeks.
How much more time do you have left on this one?
Well, it's in demand at the moment.
Okay, all right. I didn't
and
see
the and the delivery date's December, so it's 100%, absolutely. That's what I wanted to bring to the table. I'm a new creator. I'm unproven. Some people see my comic book reviews and believe that I can put together a good story, but that doesn't mean jack these days. Like you've got to be able to bring the money, the bacon, you know. So I said, here you go, guys, 100% art. Here's all 60 pages. I zoomed out, said all 60 pages. You can see the whole thing here. Okay, 60 pages, full color. This thing will be done in a couple of weeks. Probably what I'm going to do then, I'm probably going to turn off the in-demand. Because every time you do a monthly money transfer from Indiegogo, they charge you $25. And unfortunately, lately, some months I only sell the one copy, which means that the copy I sell pays for it. So what I'll do is I'll stop the in demand and I'll put it up on my Facebook page, Company Men Facebook page, and then I can sell copies of the book through there. Exactly the same as in demand. You guys are going to get it at the same time as people are back to campaign, but I'm just tired of Indiegogo taking what little money I'm making at the moment. So that's how it's probably going to go. So if you want to jump on it now, that's cool, but probably in a fortnight or so, you'll have to go to the Facebook page to grab it.
All right. I was going to say, if you decide on a certain day you're going to kill it and you want to do a countdown party, we can do
Excellent.
that.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. That'd be awesome. Definitely take you up on that. That'd be so much fun.
I love doing those things, man. Just come out and start it. And if you can get a couple people to bite at the end before you shut it off, I mean, it's like, makes it all worth it, right?
Yeah.
Spend an hour talking to people, sell a couple bucks.
Oh, yeah. That's a good time. That's a good time. What else do you can do with your time? Yeah,
man, I'm really impressed with this is your first offering, correct? You said?
Yeah, that's right. This is the first. It's the first one I've ever published. I've been writing comics for years. I had a job in another field, and then, like you hear so many times, I got like blacklisted from my field for stuff that was beyond my control. I don't go into it, but I can't go back because of the political identity politics. I got blacklisted by SJWs from my field. I did work there 15 years. I can't go back. And the Mrs. Sebel, it's.
Can you ask what happened?
I can't go into it legally.
Okay, you don't have to.
That's cool.
I hate when shit like that happens all the time.
It sounds worse than it is. It's just literally the boss didn't like me and had a campaign to get rid of me, and that's what she did. And there's nothing I can do about it because she dotted her I's and crossed her T's. And I thought I'll come out on top because I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm a good guy. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm doing my job. It should be right. I get to the end and they're like, "You're out of here and you can't come back." I'm like, and no appeal, nothing. So I'm out. I said, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? I'm only 40, like Rich said. I'm only a young spring chicken. What am I going to do with my time? Yeah. And Mr. said, well, make that comic book you always wanted to. We can afford that. We can get by. We're doing all right. And here it is, guys. This is the first book I've ever published, and I'm really proud of it, and I really appreciate the positive feedback.
I want to play the video.
All right. You got to tell Chemo to shut up, or you never get anything done.
I think he was talking to me because I never shut up.
They should have sound.
Where's the sound?
Yeah, this got like this video is me narrating. I could probably almost do it off. CIA run metahuman hit squad, betrayed by their own company, forced to if there's a terrorist attack coming, if they don't stop the terrorist attack, it's going to lead to another war. So America is, this has got me narrating over top, but I'll just talk it through anyway. America's involved in too many ground wars at the moment. The Middle East, if this terrorist attack they get information about goes down, then there's going to be another war and they can't do that. So they're working double time to try and prove this secretive cult, this secretive terrorist cell nobody believes exists is actually planning this major terrorist attack in this country. That's what about the geopolitical stuff. If they don't do this, so here you go, you can see all 60 pages here. It's all drawn, ready to go. We've got almost all the colors done. This bit here, I'm talking about how I'm doing the shipping. So the shipping's actually happening from within America for the American backers. So I've got RJ from Critical Blast. You guys know RJ, absolute legend, top bloke. So glad to be working with him. He approached me and said, hey, what are you doing with shipping? I'm like, I don't know yet. It's going to cost me a bundle. I see everybody getting bent over a barrel. He says, I've got an idea for you. He showed me spreadsheet to the cent. He showed me, it was like X dollars and 2 cents to send. I'm like, brother, I'm in. So he's handling that. So you guys are getting really great shipping from America. It's like half of what you'd expect to pay from Australia. If you've backed other Australian books, I'll say, you're paying half or less than half of what you'd expect to pay. And I'm handling the shipping from within Australia and to the rest of the world, and I'm incurring that cost myself. There's actually free shipping to Australia. For the first book, I'm taking that hit, free shipping to all my Australian countrymen, hoping to get the book out there. Thank you. I really appreciate that, James. I do believe I'm putting out the best quality book possible right now for me. And as you know, I'm able to. I get what you're saying. There is that element. There is also the 30-second pitch idea. I'm brand new. How much time? This is only a 2-minute video. How much time do I have to push this idea on and say, hey, you want to give me $30 of your money? $25 of your, like once you convert it, it's even less because the Australian dollar never does so well against the American, and I have to put all my values in Australian. So definitely in the future, I'll be seeing its own praises on its own merits. But right now, I think this visual shorthand, the verbal shorthand, Suicide Squad, Black Hawk Down, smash them together. But something I want to make a distinction in Suicide Squad. I only just watched the new movie night before last. The guys in that.
What's the name?
I enjoyed it. I still like the first one better, but I got this. We taste the music. People go, don't listen to Chemo and taste his movies. He's got no idea what he's talking about because he likes horrible stuff and he hates good stuff. It's a bit esoteric. But they're not professionals. They're screw-ups, and the whole idea is they hate each other. They can't get along. They barely manage to pull it together at the last second, save the world. These guys are all professionals. I mean, they're cheeky, they're roguish, they're rude, they're crude. They say stuff that you shouldn't say. It's very politically incorrect. Not to the point that I'm trying to offend people, but if you've got a bunch of guys over there in another country fighting against
locker room talk, we know what you mean. We know
exactly it, brother. Exactly it. And they're very, very crude, that sort of thing. But they're professionals, and they don't snipe and they don't bitch. The leader might say, "All right, go take that hill," and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the fucking hill," but they go and do it. They don't just still yes sir, no sir. So these guys are still military. They're still mercenaries. They all got different backgrounds and they all got different things they bring to the team. But it's not a bunch of screw ups pulling together at the last minute. And there's a comedic element to Suicide Squad you don't have here. It's funny because of the banter, the back and forth, the shit they give each other. That's what's funny about it. And when they use their powers in an unusual situation, when you've got a guy bursting and goes, I'll kill you, Al, and starts shooting, and Abbott, the big guy, he's like, I'm bulletproof, dickhead. Like, you're killing your own men with the ricochet. I'm not worried. I'm good. Let's talk. So I say Suicide Squad is a verbal shorthand, but there's a big distinction there in terms of the professionalism of the characters and the way they interact with each other.
Nice. I really like everything about this right now. What do we got? We got like 9 minutes left. You want to run through the?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That'd be really good. Thank you. So first of all, got the deluxe edition. It's got Clayton and Corey Barton worked on this cover.
Cover.
It's an absolutely fantastic piece of work. I joked that one day those boys are going to work out how much they should charge for their artwork, and I might be able to afford another cover. But I was able to get one in before they worked it out, and I was really fortunate. Like I didn't pay what this thing was worth. Okay, it is worth so much more. And there's a bigger version of that picture down further if you want to find that one. There you go. That's the one. Stunning work. So you got, that's the deluxe edition. So that's hardcover, 80 pages. So it's got the 60-page story and then 20 pages of extra stuff. All the G.I. Joe profiles, character concepts, costume design, page breakdowns, bits from the script, previews of upcoming Company Men books. I've already got like a bunch of other stuff's already in the works. Abbott's got his own solo story. Cinder has got his own solo story. This stuff's already happening. Company Men book 2 is already, like I said, 20 pages in, probably more now. I wouldn't be surprised if Kelso turns around and sends me another 5 or 10 pages this week. I'll be 20, 30 pages in. So that's the deluxe edition. It's got every cool thing I can think of crammed into it behind a hardcover with the Clayton Barton, Corey Barton cover on the front there. So that's why I've got that as the featured tier. Next up, you've got the digital tier. We sold a bunch of these. I'll probably do digital for the first 3 issues of Company Men Dead, White, and Blue, issues 1, 2, and 3, which is a whole story. And then Company Men Hearts of Darkness, Cold War, and Insurgent, the next 3 Company Men stories, which will also be 3 60-page books to make 180 pages all up. I'll probably just do them all physical. I don't think I'll do digital for those, but for the first book, I'll get that out there. So when you look at $10, $11 US for 60 pages color, this is and you get a digital with every physical purchase. So if you buy a physical book, you get the digital book as well. Why not? It's going to get pirated. Someone's going to throw it out there. Someone's going to share it. I can't stop that. But if somebody sees it in the future and goes, that's pretty cool, I want to own that. I've done it myself. I've pirated a movie, watched it go, that's awesome, I'm going to buy that. I want a physical thing of that in case it disappears. So you get the physical, that's $30, $22 for you guys. I've got to keep converting it back into the US. So you look at $22 plus the cheap shipping. So here's some metal covers. So if you want, Phoenix Animation does those metal cover prints. He showed me some of those. Yeah. He says,
it's Phoenix Animation, y'all.
Yeah. He approached me really early on with that and said, look how good these look. Do you want to put some of those in? I said, yeah, sure. So we've sold some of those. People like those things. They look fantastic. You can get one on its own. This is the triple pack, so you get all 3 versions of the book. So you get the standard cover by Kelso Mazzine, you get the Clayton brothers, Barton brothers covers, and you get the Renzo Rodriguez cover. So Renzo Rodriguez did a secret cover for the people who signed up ahead of time. And there's someone with all of them standing out the front there. It's got that planetary vibe to it. So if you want all 3 versions, it's $73. You get 3 versions of the book, all 3 covers, 60 pages, full color. There you go. There's all 3 metal prints. That's $80 for you guys. So it's all 3 covers as metal prints. Now, Kelso was happy to do some art for some people that are selling original pages. They haven't sold at all. I haven't sold any of those. I don't know if it's the pricing or if people are just a bit. It could also be I'm new. People don't know me. Maybe the next time around people will be more keen. Running a campaign on your own, running a campaign when you haven't done this sort of thing before, there's a lot of missteps. I mean, the book's coming out when it's coming out and it's ahead of schedule and looks great, but there's stuff I've put in here that I've seen other people do that just didn't take off. So I've seen... I
just want you to know, it's having some traditional art or whatever of the book to work with is never going to be something you can't always go back to. This thing takes off. All this stuff from number 1 becomes way more than what you're actually asking for right now. See, a lot of this as art collector, I mean, my wall's covered with it. As part of this, it's like it's also a speculation game.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can get a page off somebody's number 1, off their first print or whatever, I mean, especially if you can get it at a deal, which most people like yourself, you're starting off fresh, but there's people like me that are out there going, is this one going to go? Is this going to be the one where having that page on your wall is worth $10,000?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
4 or 5 years from now. You see what I'm saying? So for me, that's part of the game too. Speculation in the art. So, even if it doesn't sell now, that don't mean it ain't going to want to be sold later.
100%, brother, 100%. I'm in it for the long haul. Like I said, book 2's halfway done. I've got all 12 books written. I got Dead, White, and Blue. I got Hearts of Darkness. I got Cold War. I've got Insurgent. These are all written. I'm in this for the next 10, 20 years just on Company Men. Never mind all the other properties I've got going on. So I'm willing to put the time and money in now for it to pay good later on. So we've got some original art pages here. So that one page that you see there with Jura extending his hand out. So you're looking at less than $150 for that page. And this traditional pen and ink on Bristol board getting sent to you from Brazil. Authentic Brazilian wrapping. We've also got... next page there is the one where there's a scene there with Cinder. Your first time you ever see him use his power, he's actually a man of glowering smoke and embers and heat. So he breaks his whole body down and swirls towards these prison guards and burns them all alive because the prisoner they need him dead. They got the information off him. They don't need anybody else getting the information. So they've been sent to murk this prisoner. And they're like, what are you going to do? There's 2 of you against all of us and we've got guns. And he's like, bitch, I'm made of fire, and just takes out the whole hallway, gets out the window. Yeah, they jump in a car and take off and like, yeah, bitch. So there's that page there. It's a fantastic page, heaps of kinetic energy. And then the next one, and that's a double page, actually. It's 2 pages. And it's the page where Cinder and Jura are being ambushed. So they get sent to this bar to get information off this guy. And he says, I'm totally going to give you the information you want, but I've got another meeting coming. Can you just sit there and look really super American for like 5 minutes? And this guy walks in and goes, what have you got the CIA here for? And he's like, because I'm going to renegotiate our terms and they're backing me. It's implicit. These guys are here having a drink with me. They're backing my play to take over your drug business. And he's like, nah, this is bullshit. So he fires up, saying the boys have got to get involved. And it's a page of the 2 of them using fire and ice, using their abilities together to take on these terrorist guys, these drug dealers. It's a fantastic splash page that Kelso's put together. They absolutely blew me away when I first saw it. So that one's still available. We're doing a signed print of the Clayton Barton, Corey Barton cover. Because it's digital, I'm going to print that out, send it to him. He's in Australia as well. He's going to sign it, send it back to me. I'll send it to the person who bought it. So it's going to be the only one. It's going to be a print, but it's the only one ever made. So it's as good as the original artwork as you can get. And there was also the original cover artwork, which has been picked up already, which was really great. That was a big bump for the campaign at a time when it was going a little bit slow. Like I often say that the hardest thing about making comics is paying for it. And the hardest thing about getting a campaign funded is getting eyes on it. You get 100 people looking at your book. 50 think it's cool, 20 check out the page, 10 look at the prices, 5 actually buy. I've got a 5% sell-through rate on this book. That's realistic.
No different than the first time I interviewed Brian Polito way back in April of 2020.
He's the blueprint man.
I mean, or was it 19? I don't know. It was a long time ago. Okay. The first thing that he told me was the 1% thing, or it's like 1,000 people look at it, 1% of them are going to buy it.
That's it. You got to know. You got to know going into it.
You gotta get eyes on it. That was why do what I do.
Yeah.
This is exactly why he told me these guys need help. It's like he was in a position where he didn't need help. Okay, when ECCC went down, he just shipped everything home and had an online convention that weekend, right?
Yep.
He has the audience. He already had that.
He's an innovator.
Everything in place, right? All my other friends that were in the group, they didn't have that.
Yeah.
And that's how CromCon was born. It was like I was like, okay, I'm going to try to get as many eyes on these people's work as possible while they're not setting up tables all summer long. Here we are at the end of the next summer, just starting to set tables up again. Places. Yeah. So I mean, that was why it was born, man. But I need to know. Do you know, sir? Do you know Lucifer Storm?
I have. I've met the guy. One guy. He's fantastic bloke, great looking product. And I think I remember saying to him on Twitter, like his tagline for his first book is "Lady Say." There's like a hell of a hook. Like you're scrolling through and you see it and like that's punchy, and then you read the hook line, like you read the synopsis, and you're like, oh, this guy's getting my money. Like you don't read a tagline like that and keep scrolling. You go, oh shit, I'm gonna reach for my wallet. So and you're on your next project, aren't you, mate?
I am indeed.
That's what we're going to talk about in a minute. I did want to say though that you guys check this out. Now you got original art pages for $150. That's a great deal. If this book takes off and you thought about buying an original art page from this book and you didn't, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass. So if you're one of those art guys, this is a great deal. Go grab one of these pages, man. This book looks great. James Hayes says Kimosabe has done a good enough presentation showing his love for the work and presented good enough material that he deserves more sales at face value. He needs to network to get eyes on it. Well, that's, he's out there, man. He has a YouTube channel of his own. He does reviews. Okay, the dude, he's been around. He ain't quite as new as it might appear, just maybe new to my audience.
Yeah, I agree with all of it. I could do more, but I do as much as I can with the kids and that. Like that's something that does, because I'm a stay-at-home dad, so that limits what I can do, and I recognise it's limited my reach. There's times I've been invited on shows and say, look, I can't. I'm changing nappy, so like I want to be there. I love this. Talking to guys, not even about my stuff necessarily. I'll talk about anything. I'll talk all day. So I also know part of it's just the long game. I got to go now because I know it's Storm's turn, but I do this book. You guys are going to get it. And then the next book's going to be out there and I'm going to do better. And the next book's going to come out and I'm going to do even better again. You watch my next book do double money on double sales on this one. And the next one, double it again. I'm in it for the long haul. You guys are going to be seeing me around a lot. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on YouTube. I got a review for Zaid Brothers Lost Pages that's coming out in a couple of hours this morning. A live review I'm doing for that. So check that out. Thanks so much for having me on, guys. I like the last guest said, love everything you guys do for the community. Like we need people like you. If you don't do it, not everybody's as bombastic as me. If we don't do it for ourselves and you guys aren't there to do it, there's no eyes on. There's no 5%. There's 0%. So, you guys.
I did want to ask you, I know you got a lot of you guys on Twitter don't Facebook. Okay. But my audience is 2,300 strong in a group on Facebook. Okay. You don't have to be a Facebook guy to drop your link in that group once or twice a day so my people can see what you're doing.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm there. I'm in the group. I am hesitant. Facebook's, I don't know. It's just so alien. Yeah. All right. I'll do it. I'll nut up. I'll shut up and nut up.
Yeah, just do it. Drop your link once or twice a day, man. That's why the group is there. It's networking and promotion. So
thank you.
Keep that love and energy.
Nice talking to you as always.
See you later, guys. Really appreciate your time.
Take care.
All right,
good luck, Storm.
Good meeting you, man.
Thank you.
Good meeting you.
Yeah, you too. See you guys.
Take care, buddy.
Hey.
Lucifer.
Lucifer. Where the hell you been, Lucifer?
It certainly has been a while. Pops, Rich, how the devil art thou?
I'm
great.
I'm good. I've been looking at some Ed Gain art. Holy God, this is good.
I know, huh? Christian Multi!
Oh, yes. Christian is a fucking machine when it comes to doing the artwork. He's an absolute beast. I couldn't have picked a better artist to work with on this book. He is just fucking incredible.
He is. I love his contrast. I love the black and white that he has. Really, truly, it's just absolutely outrageous. Amazing, amazing contrast. Oh,
and I'm so lucky because like I approached a couple of different artists before Christian and asked them, hey, do you want to work on this book called Ed Gein Demon Hunter? And they were like, no, I want fuck all to do with that. I will get too much shit. But when I messaged Christian, it was like, give me your page rates because I want you to work on a book called Ed Gein. He was like, I am in. So it was meant to be.
Great.
unbelievable.
So, when is this going to launch, bro?
Okay, so we got the pre-launch campaign running at the moment. People, you can sign up to it. It costs you fuck all, and if you go on to back the book, you're gonna earn yourself a free sticker. What a shame, huh? Is my audio a little low? How about now? How's that?
Ah, there you go.
There we go. That's much better. And in a minute, someone's going to be like, it's way too loud. Turn it the fuck down. That's how it normally goes, man. But yeah, as I was saying, the pre-launch campaign, it's already there. And sign up, it's free. It costs you nothing. But we're actually going to be launching the campaign on November 16th this year.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent. Yes. 4-issue Outlaw miniseries. Now, this is obviously issue 1 coming out first.
Yes, it will be issue 1.
Okay.
I'm still debating whether it should be put all 4 issues into this campaign or just start off with issue 1 and do a separate campaign for each issue, because I do think it should be released individually as issues.
Excellent. No, that's a great idea. That is a good idea. It's a very good idea, because that's what I'm doing with mine. So it's like, you're trying to build a story. You see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like a one shot, it's better to build a story and build the characters therein, and further bring the reader into the story, which I think is a great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this idea started off as a one shot, just like a 24, 28 page one shot. And then as I was working on the story, I was like, there's no way this can all fit into one single issue. It needs to be those 4 individual issues. And I think it really worked out well. And the best part of that was sending Christian the scripts. Because, I mean, working with Christian, he's a caliber above me, easily, when it comes to working in comics. So there was that little bit of fear of like, oh God, if I give him the first script issue and he's like, nah, I'm not sure about this. Like, oh God, what do we do kind of thing. Sent him that first issue script and he was like, this is awesome. Where's the next one? So I sent him the next one and he was like, this is even better. Sent him the third one. This is even better. Sent him the fourth one. And he was like, holy shit, I did not think you were going to go there. So it's all worked out perfectly with this story. I'm so excited to get it out there.
I have to interrupt for just a minute. I don't know if Frank is watching or not, but Frank Forte at Asylum Press, totally appreciate you, brother. I seen what you just did. Wow. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Carry on.
That's all right.
I just signed up.
Excellent. Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Everybody else should too. Go check it out. Sign up. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of perk for just those that signed up ahead of time.
Oh, yes. All the people who sign up ahead of time, who go on to back the book, they'll get a free sticker. There's going to be some great perks on this campaign. In fact, there's one perk that I've been working on. I've been speaking to a very lovely lady about sorting out this perk. It will be a backer perk. So if we hit 100 backers, then 10 random backers will receive a very special item that I'm not going to tell you what it is now. All I'm going to say is I did tell a couple of people in private, like, look, this is what we're going to do. Don't worry, Rich. I'll tell you later, man.
I thought I was in the circle, man.
But it will only be to UK backers because it's a certain item that might not make it into the US. That's all I'm going to say. It's you're not going to see this perk appear on anyone else's campaign.
Well, then, there's always private chat. There's always,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
hey, I don't care what I gotta pay to have it shipped if it's that good.
Oh, believe you me, it really is that good. I'm very excited about getting this perk out there.
So, this art,
Yes.
it's taking me right back to Lady Satan. I love Dude's art.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I do. I love Dude's art. He just he fills a page with stuff to see, man.
Yes, absolutely. Like I was trying to, when I was writing the scripts, like I was so used to how Christian does like his page layouts and stuff from like Burning Through Voidwalker and Trespasser and other books that he's worked on, that I was trying to imagine how he would lay it out when I was writing the script. And every page I've sent him, he's come back and he's just blown me away because it's not what I imagined, but it's exactly what I wanted.
Isn't that the perfect combination, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
You find somebody that sees your vision as clearly as you do.
Yes, 100%. I mean, I think the good thing about working with Christian is like, you know, sometimes you get the artist writer team and one elevates the other, not both. Okay. And I like the idea that the story that I write elevates his art and his art elevates my story. And every page I'm seeing, every time he sends me a new batch of pages, that's exactly what I see. And it's just, like I said, it's so exciting to see this come together. And for once, I'm not the fucker drawing it. You know, someone else is drawing it. And they're just doing an amazing job.
Dude, he's killing it.
He is.
From what I see here with these 2 pages, they're magnificent. They really are. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, I want you to give me the pitch.
I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this. I'm not even sure that I've got a pitch. This is going to be like completely pulled out of my ass, but I'm going to give it the best shot that I can. So, Ed Gein Demon Hunter is an adventure horror story. Those are 2 words I never thought I'd say. And here it is. Look, in 1957, on November 16th, Ed Gein was arrested for the murder of Bernice Worden. In 1984, July 26th to be precise, he died. But in 1991, unknown to everyone out there, a deranged demon escaped hell with the mission of destroying everything in existence, ranging from heaven all the way down to hell and everything in between. Satan needs to get the demon back. He needs to stop this from happening, but he can't leave hell because last time he did, there was a holy war declared in his name. So he has to pick a demon hunter to go after the demon. So who does he pick? Ed Gein. But Ed can only capture the demon once he's overcome the demons of his past.
Why? There you go, y'all.
This is a story, believe it or not. It has heroics, it has humor, it also has a little bit of heart.
A little bit? Just a little?
Just a little bit of heart. Preferably in a frying pan, but that's neither here nor there.
We got Will. We got Will in the chat.
Evening, Will. How the devil art thou?
There you go. Damn. Yeah. Lucifer. I still have this issue where I did not. Look, you know I was broke when you sold Ladies. I need one, dude. Can I still get one?
Lady Satan, the campaign on Indiegogo has finished. I'm still working hard on the book. There has been a slight delay, but hopefully not too much of a delay. So it will be in people's hands soon. All the perks have been coming in. We've got the t-shirts. We got the, let me see, the prints, the posters, the badges, the stickers, the temporary tattoos are on their way. So hopefully it won't be too much longer before I get to say we're shipping this bad boy out to the backers.
You did not answer my question, though.
You can still get one, Pops. You know you can still get one.
Okay, because you know, I mean, for me, finances are good days, good days, bad days. You know, good months, bad months. You know? But there are certain books that got by me in the last year. You know, that I couldn't afford, that I just didn't have the money to get. You know, And every time I get a little surplus of the fundage, it's like, okay, I have this list. Which ones can I still get? You know what I mean? Because some of them you just can't get, you know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I have this list of campaigns that ended that I didn't get to back that I'm like, can I still get in on this? You know? So,
well, even though the Indiegogo campaign for Lady Satan has finished, it's no longer in demand. The Reload Comics website is being worked on. That's who's going to be putting Lady Satan out there. So once that's up and running, you will be able to pre-order copies from there. And obviously, once the book is officially released, you'll still be able to buy copies from there, because we want to keep the book in circulation for as long as possible, especially as there will be a second Lady Satan book.
yes, that's the other reason I have to have the first one. You see,
Exactly.
you see, I have to have the first one because, look, some people don't know Pops. Pops is a story guy. Okay, it's rarely the art that makes me buy a book.
Yeah.
Very rarely. Okay, I'll buy that first book because I'm hoping for a great story that's going to have a great part 2 and a great part 3 and a great part 4, or, you know, whatever. But the story has to take me to the next book, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the art won't take me to the next book. The story is what gets me to buy book 2. You know,
100%.
I already know what the art's, you know, I already have an idea what the art's going to be like. It was awesome in book 1. The story was good in book 1. That's why I bought book 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, for me, I'm a story guy. And when I know that somebody's plan is beyond just that initial first book, now you got my attention. I want the never ending story. I don't want my stories ending before I die. I want to be able to read my stories all the way out. Okay. You know, I've never been a fan of endings. I like spin-offs. I like when they take a character that was kind of and then they go and build something out of that guy to keep the universe alive or to keep that story rolling. That's me.
As a storyteller, I swear I'm cursed in that respect, because Lady Satan was originally meant to be a one and done book, and then all of a sudden the hamster started turning in the wheel, and all of a sudden it was like, no, there's more and there's more. Even Ed Gein, it's just meant to be this 4-issue miniseries, a one and done story. And you know, I've shown a few people like some of the penciled pages and stuff, and they've been like, you've got to do more, you got to do more to this. And I'm like, once you read the story, you'll realize why it's one and done. And they're like, but you can always do other serial killers. And of course that gets the hamster in the brain going again. Kind of thing. I joked to someone the other day about doing like an Avengers style team up of serial killers, and it was literally just a joke. And when I told them the idea, they were like, oh my god, that's amazing, you gotta fucking do it.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Look, us fans, we're out here, and the big two is deprived us of content.
Yeah.
That we, you know, I mean, what, there's 30 something DC titles now. Last year there was 140 or something. Yeah. They're depriving us of content. We are starving for content. People like me who read all the time, I need more. You know what I mean?
And you'll get more. You'll get more from people like me. I've got way too many characters with too big of stories not to tell. Seriously, it was only like the other day that I had like a couple of artists who were messaging me and showing me their artwork going, I want to work on your next book. And it's like, okay, well, now I can bring this character into the fold and this character, and that means that their story gets told, but that can move on to something else stuff. So it's all growing slowly but surely. It's all growing, because I get it. Once you fall in love with a character, you don't just want to read like a small snippet of their life and then be like, I'm done. You want to really get to know them inside and out. And that's what I love about writing comics, is getting to like add the layers to those characters. I remember when we talked about Lady Satan before, you said, you know, this thing's like an onion because there's so many layers to it. And it's exactly the same with this Ed Gein story. It's not just the surface level of the story of Ed Gein going back to Plainfield and trying to capture this demon. There's so much more going on internally and externally, and if I say any more, I'm going to give away way too much.
All right. I know that Rich has questions. I know he does. because he's been way too quiet. So I have a dog yelling at me from the front yard that I have to go let him real fast. I will be right back.
No worries. So, Rich, bring
Yes,
the
sir.
questions on.
Oh, let's see. Let us see. Let me think. When you finish the first four-parter, what are you going to do after?
What am I going to do after? I'm kind of mixed between two projects, to be honest with you, because Lady Satan was a very cathartic book for me. It helped me to get through some like really tough times, and Ed Gein's kind of like done a similar thing. And you know, I really like it when I can be cathartic with a book. So I've got a couple of characters. One's called John Coffin, who his story is something that I want to tell. It's kind of like, it would be too simple to say it's my own Frankenstein, but there is a little element of Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster in there and stuff. And I've also got a character called Emerald Witch, which is a story that I've been planning to do for God knows how long. So I would like to work on that. But I also have people who they remember some of my older books and stuff. So they remember the ones that never got finished. And one title that keeps coming back again and again and again is a character I did called Jericho. And lots of people are like, please just finish that story. And it's like, I want to do all of them. If I had enough arms, enough time, and enough money, I would do all of them right now. So yeah, I've got a few to choose from, and once I know which one I'm definitely doing next, I will let everyone know.
That's just great.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish I could see more of the art. Is there any way we could see more pages of art anywhere that you might have posted them?
Well, I tell you what I can do if StreamYard wants to be kind to me and doesn't try and kick me out. Is I can actually show you. I can actually share that screen and show you a little bit more. So this is the first page from the book. I'll just show you like the first 5 pages. I just, one thing I love to do with books, especially when it's a mini series told in like single issues, is to give you that first page, lull you into that false sense of security, and then hit you with that double page spread. And the double page spread is something out of this world. The amount of reference photos I sent to Christian, he's managed to cram them all in into that image.
Wow.
Seeing all those details is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then we move on from this double page spread into this lovely page, which once again, he was sent a lot of reference material from me. I had so many photos from when Ed Gein was arrested and stuff, and I was just like, here, have it all. If you can use any of it, go for it. And he has, and he's done such a wonderful job recreating the day of his arrest, which then moves on to us moving into present times. Well, I say present times for the book, 1991. Getting to see Plainfield in 1991 is something else. And this page leads into one of my favorite pages, which is this one, which really sets the tone for the book, if you ask me.
Does that say Nirvana?
Yes, it does. There's loads of little references like that. You'll see that there's a Slayer t-shirt in there. There's Nirvana graffiti, Alice in Chains graffiti, Ramones, Iron Maiden. Like there's loads of deep cuts in this story that are related to Ed Gein and other serial killers, but there's also a lot related to horror movies and heavy metal and grunge music. So if you're into all that stuff, you're going to have a great time spotting all the little Easter eggs that have been planted throughout the story.
That's great. Really good stuff. Really
Thank you.
Good stuff. As always, Lucifer, you knock it out the park, bro, every time.
You know, I try to deliver. I try to do the best that I can.
Yeah. That's really good. I'm excited to see this limited series, man. I am. When is this going to launch again? Just to be sure, when's it going to be launched?
November 16th. November 16th this year, we'll be launching the campaign. Until then, we want to get as many email addresses signed up to the pre-launch campaign as possible. We've got an 8-page preview, fully lettered. That's going to be on the way. We're going to drop that on August 27th because true crime addicts out there will know that was Ed Gein's birthday. So we're going to drop it on his birthday, and we've already got the 8-page preview in print. So if you go to my pub that I normally go to, you can get a copy there for free in print. And all the backers of Lady Satan. That's right.
Oh my God.
And all the backers of Lady Satan will be getting a free print version of the 8-page preview as well.
I don't know how far away from each other you guys are, but Rich is over there. Rich over there in Nottingham.
Nottingham. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's only like a couple of hours on the train to come down to Bournemouth. So you should do it, especially as I noticed earlier, you having a Guinness.
Wait. Falmouth?
Bournemouth.
That's where you are?
Yeah, right down in the south.
Oh, I'm going to be there next week.
Really?
Yes, I'm going to be there
right.
next
You're
week.
coming to my bar. You're coming to my bar because I noticed earlier you were having a Guinness, but you haven't had a baby Guinness.
I had baby Guinness.
Yes.
I only had a baby Guinness right now. I need a big grown-up Guinness. Yes. Oh my God. Gotta do this.
You guys are neighbors. I hope you guys get to hang out. That'd be awesome.
We will. Yeah, well,
you gotta come down.
Definitely
if you're in Bournemouth next weekend, you're coming down to my bar and we're gonna have some drinks. I'm gonna have a fucking good time.
You bet your ass we will, man. Absolutely.
Fuck, there you go.
Yes. Oh yeah. It's gonna be some fun shit.
Some networking going on.
No more than that. Oh my God. Look at who's this American bastard? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking from Brooklyn. You suck my dick. Dude, this is gonna be great. Yes, I'm happy. That's great. I can actually get to meet you. That would be great. Are you going to be in Nottingham for the con? Are you going to be at Nottingham, or are you going to go to the next one that's going to be closer to you?
I haven't been invited to the Nottingham Con, but I have been invited to Norcon in Norfolk for the end of September.
Okay, I think I don't know if I'm going to that one. I might be.
Okay.
I might be going to that one. I know I'm going to the one in Bath. There's another one I'm supposed to go to. I've been invited to the Nottingham show, the MCon in Nottingham.
Nice.
So yes.
Here we
go. I'm definitely gonna go there. Yeah, I know.
Hey,
oh man.
You guys get to talk about this all week long. I actually have to do 3 more shows tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to cut this one short, and I have to go do an unboxing.
Yeah.
Or not cool. Cut it short. I mean, you got your 30 minutes, but I mean, I have to go do an unboxing, and then I have to do a creator spotlight on, or Madness first timer spotlight on, which we have Eric Von Tersch at 6 o'clock going to be out here.
Yep.
And then at 8 o'clock we got Richard Embry, and we're going to come out here and we're going to talk about his project.
Oh my God.
So nice. I have to go set up some shows, guys. And this guy right here is going to be my partner, my co-host, my sidekick at Grand Rapids Comic Con. Awesome. He's giving me a ride up there. We're going to hang out. We're going to do some interviews or whatever, have some fun,
Excellent.
So tell everybody where they can find you, Lucifer.
You can find me at luciferstorm.com. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook by looking for Lucifer Storm or the Lucifer Storm. Don't accept any substitutes.
Don't accept any
substitutes. Where can they find you?
On Facebook, predominantly on my YouTube channel, The Richness, where I go live every day. And now I've decided to add some guests onto the show as well while I'm doing some drawing, so they can promote whatever they have going on, as well as everybody can see the continuous updates of progress and the production on chapter 3 of my graphic novel, The Incantessi, because we are not stopping no matter what. We may be a little late for the 3rd issue to come out because I want this to be the issue that everybody talks about. Absolutely.
Now, I did want to let Brad know. Brad lives right here in the same town I do, Lucifer.
Okay.
So when I get mine, I'll get his too. You just send me 2, and I'll make sure he gets one. And that'll
no problem.
Make the whole thing easier. He's like I say, he's right here in my town. So What's up, JD Dishman? What's up? So we're going to end this show right now. I'm going to be right back out here in about 3 minutes, right on this same channel, talking about Heirs of Isildur by Matt Knowles and Steph Canning. I'll be opening this thing up in about 3 minutes. Be here.
Awesome.
All right.
Well,
We'll see you later, man. I'll talk to you
See
later,
you
Pops.
guys.
See you
all
later,
right, you guys have
Lucifer.
a great day.
You too.
Peace.
Bye.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Gotta have my pops.
Hello, my name is Dirk Hooper. I'm a comic artist and illustrator looking for work right now. I've been doing art professionally for well over 2 decades, and my art has been in 3 comics, several art books, novels, and magazines. And I've had work in galleries in the Netherlands, England, Belgium, China, and all over the United States. I offer comic-style illustrations, sequential art, and digital paintings on a wide variety of genres, including sci-fi, fantasy, gritty, noir stuff, and bad girls. You can find more about me and my work at Rain King Studios. Contact me today to commission your custom artwork. Thank you.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.